Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Weekly Horoscope from the 5th of January to the 11th of January 2020. And this is for you coming from Taurus. First, let me show you my email address. Here it is. And if you need to have a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next 8 or 9 years and get a lot of information from me, things like how to reach the supernatural energy from you and how to get the energies like lucky colors and lucky gemstones and on and on. Send me an email. Now, for you coming from Taurus, the 5th of Sunday is going to be a day where you need not have to hurry about anything. If you do, you are going to make many mistakes of miscommunication and miscalculation. Slow down, think many times what to say and what to do. Arguments can come from nowhere, careless mistakes can come from nowhere, and difficulties in planning will be there as well because you will have trouble to focus. And trouble to focus means that you can't get things done. And that means that you are under stress. So, what do you do about all this? Have a timetable to know what is really very important to do and only do that. And tell yourself in the area of business, you have to be careful that miscalculations are going to be very expensive. And don't very quickly agree to contracts. So take your time. Business planets are there, even if this is a Sunday morning and afternoon. If you are with your family and loved ones, then you're going to be also having to be very cautious of not being unnecessarily hasty or impatient in saying and doing things, and drive carefully. Evening and nightfall turns better. The planets of ego are there, and they are good planets for you, which means that your ego is shining, and so you're going to be found to be popular. Of course, some fast planets of the morning, afternoon will be there in the evening and nightfall as well. So go slow in the evening, nightfall, in whatever you do. Think twice, count to five before you say or do anything. You'll control these planets. But I like your evening, nightfall planets very much. I want you to be out and about because you're already shining and you are going to be popular. And on top of that, you're going to meet important people. Only don't show arrogance. The sixth Monday is going to be a very lucky 24 hours for you. What a wonderful 24 hours. It starts with the morning, afternoon, producing rewards in whatever you do and say. And whether in job, whether in business, whether having lunch with somebody, whether being with your family, anything, the morning and afternoon is going to be superb. Finding your solutions, getting the support from others. And it will show that even at your place of work and in business, you're going to say things of a very creative value, and also people you work with are going to be with you. And by all means, talk to people in business. They will assume you to be very knowledgeable and very creative. Evening and nightfall also turns wonderful. Evening and nightfall, you get very lucky as well. Emotional planets are there. You could get very lucky in the emotional area, or you could be imaginative. So be out and about, mix business and mix pleasure, and you're going to do very well in the evening nightfall period. The seventh Tuesday is going to be a very lucky morning and afternoon. The planets of inspiration are there. So you are going to be inspired, whether in job, whether in business, whether having lunch with somebody. So say a lot and do a lot. Send messages so that others will note you in the way you are sending your messages with full of creativity and full of imagination. These are planets of inspiration and they also represent the internet. So go to the internet to find solutions of every kind possible. Evening and nightfall. Tell yourself some planets are going to make you very stubborn and very dominating. Well, quieten them down by being flexible and negotiable. And you will see that nobody will feel you are that way of dominating. And tell yourself, be part of a team, and that will even help you quieten these planets down even further. Some of your good planets of the morning, afternoon will be there in the evening, nightfall, and they're going to definitely wait for you. They talk about holidays, they talk about journeys abroad, plans abroad. It's going to be a fascinating morning and afternoon, and you could improve the evening, nightfall as well. Wednesday, the 8th, some very slow planets are there. These are planets of depression, some of them, planets of frustration, some of them. They cancel your plans, they postpone things, they make your deadlines just impossible to achieve because delays will stumble in. And so, what do? Well, hour by hour, I can tell you morning and afternoon will get worse because these are long-term planets who gain bad energy as the day moves on in the morning, afternoon. So what you do, be part of a team. Some members of a team may be having a good luck day, and they may be able to take you along to improve and get things done in the morning, afternoon. Apply this to job, apply this to business. If you're having lunch with somebody, be very careful. Things may not end up well. Somebody you meet from your past you may not like. Evening and nightfall planets are moving much faster, and they are also not very positive for you. In fact, many of them make you behave rebelliously. They make you a person who has got no teamwork at all. They make you say and do things which upsets others. This is called being a non-conformist. That's no good. If you want to be that, go and lock yourself up somewhere and be on your own. But if you are going to be out on this evening nightfall period, tell yourself not to be expectant of anything. That way, you're not going to be riled up or disappointed, and the evening may be more easy to control. The ninth Thursday is going to be a difficult morning and afternoon. Planets are very angry, and they are your planets. And because they are very angry, they're making you very angry. So you've got to control this anger management in the morning, afternoon. When you're angry, don't say a word, and nobody will know that you are angry. Once you blow your top in terms of language or verbalness, then people will know you are angry. So remain silent in this morning, afternoon. And if you have to be polite, just show your politeness. Leave the wanting to argue. There's a planet of argument there as well. Leave this tendency to argue for another day. Be careful, these planets represent accidents and violence. So that may also happen. So you have to be very careful in approaching and talking to people, not only in the office or business, anywhere. Having lunch with somebody, don't blow your top. And if somebody else does it, remain calm. Evening and nightfall planets are moving very fast, and they are not your best planets, but they're not as bad as the planets of morning, afternoon. This time, stress is seen. So you've got many things to cope with. And of course, you'll be under stress because the planets of stress are there. And these stress planets can create very quickly arguments, so stay away from arguments. Focus is the key word to control these planets. Focus. Focus on what's important. Out of 5 things you have to do, focus, and you'll find maybe only one thing is to do, which is very urgent. And that way you'll be free of this stress. Drive slow in the evening, nightfall, or throughout the whole day, because fast planets simply make you do things very fast. The 10th Friday is going to be a very lucky morning and afternoon. In fact, your aura will be shining. So wherever you are, at home, having lunch with somebody, or in the office, or doing business transaction, tell yourself people definitely will see you in the leadership role. So you have the chance to convince people wherever you are. And this will, of course, open you up to respect as well. And the chances will bring for you plenty of opportunities in job and business. So be aware that the morning and afternoon of the 10th Friday is a time when you can show off, be in the limelight, and say what you want. Everything will be where you don't be out because the planets of disappointment are there. Disappointment because some of these ego planets will be with you in the evening nightfall. And if you don't get what you want, then that's going to be very bad. So you be careful on the evening of the 10th Friday, the evening and nightfall. If you don't have to be out, don't. Nothing very much to gain. And so if you have to be out, tell yourself, don't be expectant of anything, and you will not be disappointed. 11th Saturday is going to be 24 hours of good luck for you. The morning and afternoon, the planets of reward are there. They make you imaginative as well. They make you have a very strong aura as well. So what you say in the morning, afternoon is going to be wonderfully received by people. And so take charge if you want to be part of the planning and part of the organizing. All that will be going down beautifully for you. And you will meet people who can help you in every area. Throughout the whole day, the planets of the internet are very, very busy with you. So go to the internet for finding solutions of all kinds or making good contacts of all kinds. Evening nightfall is fabulous. You'll have an aura of inspiration. You'll say things, you will do things. The talk about holidays and travels. And also, if you want to meet with business people, it's the right time in the evening nightfall. Because the inspiration means that your inspirational ideas come at any time. And it will be wonderful if those you do business with or those you work with can hear them. Well, that's the week for you. I have a 90-minute session. And during this 90-minute session, I'm going to talk to you about your next 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. Palms are very special. And so from there, I will give you a lot of information. Firstly, how to cope and improve your next 8 or 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. And I will show you how to reach the supernatural energy that you have. Everybody has it. You'll see people in the world so powerful, so great, so rich, living in luxury, so wonderfully talented. No human being can do it on its own. We all have a limited energy. So they probably have learned how to connect to the super energy that we have. And that way, you'll be able to do supernatural things, let me tell you, and things that other people cannot even try to do. So I'm going to show you my email address again. And here it is, my email address. So send me an email if you want to ask me questions or if you want to make a booking. And always remember, this is going to cost you USD 50, just that. To know your 8 or 9 years, that would be even worthwhile. Thank you and goodbye.